The following trailer is rated S for spoilers and K for karate. From the executive producer of Jaden-san and 3 huge Daniel-stans comes a show that got everything right about making a new TV franchise, except for launching it on YouTube Red. Goodbye, fallen soldier. Turns out there are losers in this dojo. Cobra Kai. Prepare for the story of what happens after the triumphant freeze-frame ending of your favorite 80s movie, in a premise that sounds like it has just enough gas to power a Funny or Die sketch, but is actually good enough to fuel multiple seasons. And now that the Saved by the Bell sequel is off to a fun start too, we're back on board with the last scraps of pop culture being strip-mined and fed back to us by telecoms and streaming giants. Woo! Hey, is Judd Nelson still alive? Let's crank out 6 eps of Old Man Bender. Make him fight the robot from Short Circuit. I mean, it. Return to the Atlanta area of the San Fernando Valley and follow a washed-up guy who's out to prove that there's more to him than one thing he did in the 80s. William Johnny Lawrence. It turns out he got crane kicked so hard his entire life collapsed, ultimately turning him into a booze hound with a 2-word vocabulary.
Cobra, like the badass snake. And you're being a Cobra Kai is about being badass. Don't be a What? It's badass.
Light beer is for
Truckosaurus was badass. Those are moves. Kicking is badass. Drowning is for all right? Don't be a
Who's so stuck in the past, you'll start to wonder if that kick actually put him into a waking coma.
Put one of those hash browns at the end, you know, like Hash Brown Team Cobra Kai or something.
www. Cobra Kai. COM, all lowercase.
This concussion nonsense.
You might want to rethink that last one, Unfrozen Caveman Sensei.
It's a Facebook.
Wow.
But no former antagonist reframed as a protagonist is complete without his former protagonist reframed as an antagonist frenemy. Enter Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid who definitely stopped practicing karate, but never gave up on his Asian fetish.
The yanagi, or yanagi-ba, depending on the region, is a knife used exclusively for cutting sashimi.
This guy definitely has a waifu pillow. When Cobra Kai rises again, he'll defend his version of the martial art, a boring hybrid of chores and therapy that only works by accident once you've tricked a teenager into jacking it for you. Mr. Miyagi would be so proud if you just stopped talking about him for once in your adult life.
Mr. Miyagi had to teach me. Only Mr. Miyagi could do it. Mr. Miyagi didn't want me to compete anymore. Wish you were here to give me some of that Miyagi wisdom right now. Mr. Miyagi took me to this beautiful lake up north to train. Mr. Miyagi built this a few years before he died. Mr. Miyagi treated me like a son, not a foreigner. That was Mr. Miyagi's favorite song. Mr. Miyagi, you're such a great teacher.
Please stop talking about the old man you were best friends with in high school. But this show isn't just about old Karate Kids. It's also about the next Karate Kids. Sorry, the next Karate Kids. No, and that was Kung Fu. Stupid movie. These Karate Kids. Miguel, whose decision to learn karate brings him confidence and gets him paralyzed. Wow, that got dark fast. Daniel's daughter Sam, who grew up doing martial arts? Okay, sure. Aisha, the only one with parents sensible enough to keep her out of season 3.
After the fight, her parents moved her to a private school.
Lip/Hawk, the kid who can have exactly one gimmick at a time.
So I'm not supposed to mention his lip at all?
Leaving early to fix that stupid haircut?
Dimitri, an insecure nerd with a bright future in a college improv comedy group.
I'm at peace with my depression. Last thing I need to be is suicidal.
Tori, the Tory of the bunch. Raymond, a live-action Nickelodeon character who snuck into the show for a season.
Heretofore, you can refer to me as Stingray.
Robbie, the son that Johnny gave up on because he could never shut his mouth. Literally. And Anthony, the son that Danny clearly gave up on, because even though he lives with him, he could not give less of a shit about this little a-hole.
Dad, where the hell's my drink? Hurry up!
You know what? I'm gonna throw him in the goddamn pool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd adopt my rival son to spend less time around this kid too. Sometimes you just have a dud in your hands.
A triangle schmuffin? What is this, Afghanistan?
Explore a series where everyone bullies everyone else, and it always leads to them turning into overnight karate masters.
No hard feelings.
Where Johnny was bullied by his sensei, Danny was bullied by Johnny, and Johnny was bullied by Danny.
I kicked his face. I'm just busting your chops.
So when he meets some nerds who are getting bullied by the popular kids, Johnny bullies the nerds into learning karate.
I see losers, I see nerds. I see a fat kid with a funny hat with his popping out.
Nice shirt.
Thanks.
I'm joking, it sucks.
So the nerds can use karate to bully the popular kids.
No mercy!
Who go on to learn karate from the sensei who bullied Johnny to bully the nerds turned popular bullies, who bullied Johnny into learning karate in the first place, until Johnny's karate is strong enough to bully him back. Did I get that right? It's like a vicious circle shaped like the drum in Karate Kid 2, which means bullying is part of balance, because you can't have balance without—
Quiet!
Yes, sensei. So enjoy a battle of good versus Cobra, not seen since Dodgeball. That's not exactly prestige television, but is the best around for a binge-worthy nostalgia trip that takes all of these 80s archetypes, who could easily settle their differences with a big karate fight, and treats them like actual characters with layers and depth, who settle all their differences with a big karate fight. If it ain't broke, right? Starring Cobra Commander, Machio Man. Marvel casts Boys Nova immediately. Living in a van down by the river. Don't talk to me or my dumb son ever again. Richard Jewell. This cameo brought to you by Seattle's best Hawaiian restaurant, Kona Kitchen. Let them fight. Insider Valley references.
Come visit any of our locations in Tarzana, Woodland Hills, North Hollywood, or Sherman Oaks.
My girlfriend bartends at this place over in Cahuenga.
5 a.m. tomorrow morning, corner of Fulton and Raymer.
I worked at Fat Sal's all summer.
I came here, well, in and out, and then here.
Easter eggs.
Defeat does not exist in this dojo.
What does it do?
I fixed it for you.
Side to side. Breathe in, breathe out.
Is that why you brought me here? To trick me into doing karate?
Deep cut Easter eggs.
Daniel LaRusso is gonna coach!
Okay, holy crap, you nerds. Who would even notice that these were Easter eggs?
Hey, Sam, banana ramen chocolate chip pancakes are up. This is Miyagi-Do.
Reasonable solutions to end all this karate madness.
Calling the police?
And take off your shoes. Sorry, just had to get that off my chest. Breaking Board. You know, it's a good thing not one person in the entire valley has taken an MMA class. These kids would all be so screwed.
Go ahead!